Hi guys, this is Nikki, you also known as Faces Trader, and you're watching the Awesome 10X Live Market Update for global markets this September 21, 2020. We are going to discuss a few companies that are in my watch list. Shopify is a company that I've bought last week at about 850, 870. And of course, this is an old article already. The future of commerce is global. Why take your business international with Shopify? Go global with Shopify. For those who aren't aware, 5 years ago, or actually about 6 years ago, Shopify listed in the market at about $18. Right now, let's read, even in the 2019 article, let's take a look at some of the things that Shopify has done. 70% of e-commerce transactions occur outside of North America. Additionally, 7 of the largest 10 e-commerce markets in the world are in non-English speaking countries. With a growing number of merchants around the world choosing Shopify, this presents a huge opportunity to grow your business internationally, support merchants outside your primary market. At Shopify, we want to make it easier for you to reach new markets and reach going international. So we're giving you the tools to make that dream a practical reality. So this video actually explains how Shopify can do international. It is no secret, e-commerce is global, growing rapidly every single year. You could see that in 2050 from 7% to about 16%. And actually, this went as high as 30%. So during this pandemic, we note that what took in about 10 years, and this is something that all e-commerce giants all over the world have said in all their earnings fronts. This pandemic showed Shopify grows 97% year on year, even with a higher base in the last 5 years. So we are seeing e-commerce penetration in the world hitting about 30% in US, and about 25, which rallied to about 30% as well in China. So you could know that Shopify has merchants in 175 countries. As a Shopify partner, this means that you have the chance to build global partnerships, work with clients in new countries, develop an international understanding of e-commerce. Working with international clients is achievable all with your laptop. So how do you start? Shopify identified France, Germany, Japan, Singapore to be primary international markets. If you're an American, you've got a... So Shopify helps Americans, Filipinos, international, everyone. So they have been developing a lot of product features. All these merchants are a Shopify partner, helping take their business level online. There's a lot of affiliate link referrals, tools to help you go global. Also, I just wanted you to know that, let me share to you a few things. This year, actually, just last September, Shopify and Facebook, of course, had connected more merchants to go to just to make your brick and mortar become online shopping easier and just get you on board. So Facebook and Instagram shopping, sell on your Facebook and Instagram, list products, manage orders. Let me see if you can watch this. This is just 2 minutes. Wait, let me share. Tell me if you could hear the voice. It's just 2 minutes. Enhance your selling experience with Facebook Shopify.
People on Facebook in the US use Marketplace each month. And with Facebook Marketplace connected to Instagram business accounts, the possibility for the sellers are seamless. Facebook Marketplace and Instagram shopping have become the right places for people to discover, buy, and sell items. By listing on Facebook Marketplace, e-commerce retailers like you can now sell directly on Marketplace. And with Instagram shopping, you can create an immersive storefront with business profiles and offer deals.
Wait, I realized that you can't hear it because I didn't enable the wait. Let me just stop my screen. I'll share a screen with some screens let you share audio. Follow these steps to share a video with audio. Sorry. Yeah, so I'm so far just sharing screen, not with audio. How to screen share. Share screen. Chrome tab. Share audio. Okay, got it. Wait up, guys. I'm gonna share. Share screen, Chrome tab, share audio. Okay, share. Sorry. Okay, let me press this again so that you could hear. Play.
To shoppers, where they spend most of their time. And the seamless in-app checkout on Instagram and our marketplace gives your customers an amazing shopping experience. We are presenting to you our Facebook and Instagram shopping. And with it comes some seamless benefits. Well, you'll be catered with extended reach, which means e commerce retailers on the marketplace and Instagram shopping will be able to get their brand and products in front of more customers. And personalized customer experience, meaning Facebook Marketplace and Instagram shopping surfaces products relevant to your consumers, helping your business find the right customers. We, Set Commerce, are a listing partner for Facebook Marketplace. Shopify merchants can now promote their products on Facebook Marketplace and Instagram shopping using Set Commerce. We'll be right there for you across your whole selling journey, right from the account setup to the onboarding process, taking you straight towards hassle free selling. We'll help you in merchant setup, where we'll fix up the shipping, returns, and other banking details. Our seamless inventory management feature will make sure that the prices, stocks are synced, and also keeps a check that your Shopify products get synced along with their categorization on the marketplace and Instagram. Orders received on Facebook Marketplace and Instagram will be adequately synced with your Shopify store so that you can manage cancellation, orders, and all other updates right from one place. All you need is to have your business registered in the US, a US tax ID, a US bank account, and you must be able to ship to the US addresses. Once you have all of this, you'll have a dedicated and uninterrupted customer support that runs 24/7, making sure that your business fly to heights on the marketplace and Instagram. It's time you try our 14 days free trial.
Um, I hope you heard that video. Okay, good that you could hear. Wait up. Let me share to you the Shopify and Facebook charts. So Youtao is already discussed last week as a online education. Here at about 25, 26 looks to be supported. Now Shopify has already gone down from about 101 all the way to about 850 last week. And last Thursday, the reason why Shopify fell to about 850 was because they made a secondary offering. You could read it here. Let me find the news for you. Secondary offering Shopify. So this company, has enhanced their balance sheet. So, last year, if you can recall, Shopify had sold shares, a secondary share at $317.50. Wait up. Was I disconnected? Oh, wait. Let me share the screen of the charts. Okay. I'm gonna share right now my entire screen. So take note that Shopify always does secondary share offering. Actually, ever since the last 5 to 6 years since inception. So why do they do a lot of secondary offerings? Secondary offerings are done so that they could keep on expanding their warehouses and all the ways to help support all the merchants growing 100% in their platform. So typically, whenever Shopify makes secondary offerings, people get scared. Like example, last year, September 2019, Shopify was at about $400. Let me show you that chart. September 2019. This was here. From about $400, it fell all the way to about 317. It fell to about $300 because the company listed secondary shares. So typically, if you don't understand the long-term trend, you would have sold all of your shares, which is wrong. In fact, it is an entry point for those people who didn't have Shopify to actually enter a company that is growing in leaps and bounds, helping all the brick and mortar stores be able to sell it online without effort. So effortless shopping online. So help you as a merchant to sell things online. So as you could see, if you bought at about 317, of course, you know that it rallied to as high as 600. During the pandemic, it went to as low as about 318 again. And then, of course, that was an area to buy, just the same as that secondary offering price. And that 317, this was the Black Friday sale announcement wherein the CFO, the French LMT, was saying that every day was a Black Friday sale. And it triggered Shopify to go higher and higher. And this year, Shopify went from about 300 to as high as 1,157. So we have been seeing this triple top move here at about 115, 1,100 forcing us to evaluate that it will drop near $800. So actually, that drop was something that I kind of assumed. Those arrows was me doing my charting. I felt that about 1,100 that there was a lot of selling pressure. However, there was a lot of support here at about 900, and my guess is that at 800 there's a lot of support. So last week at about 900 below, it fell as low as 850. We bought. Actually, even at 870, I still bought. So as long as your average is at about $900, I think that you are safe and you are in a good chance to enter this company, no matter if it goes down or the next few days it goes down to 800. Doesn't matter. So I do believe that this company has a long-term trajectory. They have been helping the entire world transition their stores as merchants. Small medium businesses will understand that their Instagram page can actually have a shopping cart, an Instagram shopping cart, and that is to me something that will keep on inspiring. Sorry, not inspiring. It will keep on enhancing and expanding the growth model of Shopify. How do I turn this off? Um, Close.
Today.
Oh wait, close. Exit full screen. I pressed. Hmm. Okay, so as you can see, this is what Facebook, Instagram shopping does. You tap into your Facebook, you can sell your products on Facebook Marketplace, you drive discovery and sales through connections already made on Facebook. You can grow it with Instagram shopping, create an immersive storefront with Instagram profiles, get your brands and products up front for people to explore and buy. And then there's an on-site checkout feature. You have an Instagram shopping cart wherein you can leverage on Facebook and Instagram to make a purchase seamlessly without having to leave the Facebook app. So without leaving the Instagram shopping app. Actually, there's a lot of things to discuss about Facebook. Last week, September 16, Facebook Virtual Connect happened, and Facebook had a partnership with Rayban for their own Facebook glasses. Let's read it together. It was a partnership. That was something that they announced during the virtual connect. Of course, you are aware that I am a believer of wearables. So Facebook is working with Ray-Ban for the first smart glasses slated to launch in 2021. Let's read this together. It is eyeing augmented reality. So for those of you who are aware, I have been already promoting wearables and AR, VR for quite some time. This is not the first time. And of course, we've made some money on Vuzi, on Copen. And of course, we said that Google and Apple will do well, Xiaomi and Samsung will do well because of these wearables. And then, of course, right now, Metaverse, there will be those Unity, all those companies, all of these Tencent, all of these virtual Nintendo, they'll do a lot. They'll do very well. So this is just a confirmation of the market saying something that we also believe in. So Facebook is working with Ray-Ban for the very first smart glasses slated to launch in 2021. Facebook and Luxottica, so they probably have been working for quite a while. They just wanted to make a revelation reveal during that September 16 Virtual Connect announcement. So you are aware that Facebook has Facebook Horizon. Let's read this together. The first smart glasses will feature the Ray-Ban branding. Facebook will launch its very first pair of smart glasses by next year. Social media giant has worked closely with Luxottica, the maker of Ray-Ban. And after spending time visiting their factory, marketed as a Ray-Ban product, the glasses will work pairing them with a smartphone. This means that the smart glasses will work just like Snap spectacles or Amazon Echo frames. So, of course, Samsung also has their Nreal. Samsung released it in Korea, so South Korea. We will build and release a pair of Ray-Ban glasses. Oh, wait lang, guys. Close. So many ads. Close. I don't want so many ads, guys. Close, close, close. So let's try to check out if so actually my prediction is there will be a billion smart glasses. The S curve is a smartphone era. I believe that the next 2024 to about 2035, which means that 2020 to 2030, the next 10 years is the smart glass era. smart glass era, even if your eyesight is perfect, I think that you will buy some smart glasses, whether you're buying an Apple smart glass, a Facebook smart glass, a Google glass, a Samsung Nreal engine, or a Vuzi glass. I think that on you'll buy them. Beyond thrilled to finally share a sneak peek of our Facebook partnership with Rayban, why don't we watch this? Let's watch this together. Let's see. Tell me if you can't watch or hear it. It's called the Project Aria, meaning AR glasses. Can you hear?
Introducing the glasses of the future, cutting edge technology ahead of time. The eyewear of tomorrow. Aiding the cause of science. Working our way towards the future. I wish I could see out of this thing.
So I'm not. Oh wait, sorry. I'm not sure if you could hear the voice because like I only shared my screen. Uh, so either way, nahear ba? Ah, di good. Okay, good that you heard. Okay, so let us watch the chart. So Shopify, I believe that here at about 900 all the way to about 800. These are all buying opportunities for me. Shopify announced like a sale at about 800. What let me find the news. But I know that they sold shares to enhance the balance sheet. So for me, all of these are good. Shopify sells more shares after hitting a record high. Actually, during May 2020, they already sold $700, and then they sold another $800 because they wanted to expand and grow their business. So as you could see, some people see it as insider selling, but the way I see it, it's just necessary for the company, similar to what Tesla had to do. Tesla had to also sell it at $500, right? Or so that is your resistance at the moment. Nevertheless, I do believe that these share sales are for the future. So just like when Shopify made that $317 secondary offering last year, I viewed it positively. And then this one is also a positive thing for me. 800, 700, 900, all of these to me are buys. Shopify announced it has filed a preliminary prospectus. It is a convertible senior notes due 2025. It's a total of 1 million subordinate convertible shares with an exercise price of does they have an exercise price? No. But I think like the exercise price is $800 or basta somewhere at current levels. So, September 15 launches offerings of Class A subordinate voting shares and convertible senior notes. So they basically raised money through equity offering. In my view, that is not a negative thing. I actually think that Shopify did the right thing. Take advantage of expensive share prices and enhance your balance sheet so that your long run outlook is good. Because I also don't think that it is easy to get Shopify at about 700 below. Honestly speaking, during May 2020, they made a share sale here at about 700. After their great earnings, it went up again. So which companies do you think I believe would have a share sale? Zoom Video could. Let me just share to you that Zoom Video at 440, 450. Currently, I think that there will be some resistance here at about 470. Will Zoom Video sell some shares so that they could expand their balance sheet, enhance their growth moving forward? It could be. I think Zoom Video in the next 5 to 10 years will become a $2,000 company, but in the next 2 months or 3 months, it's likely to just really sleep within. If you're gonna ask my judgment, in the next 3 months, I think that Zoom Video will not go above $500. It will just stay here at about 500 all the way to about 350 or even at 300. So I think like it will consolidate first. Just like this, it consolidated 260 to 240. That was about July until September. the next major announcement for Zoom is still at December. So I think like for the next 3 months, I would argue that Zoom video, if you bought somewhere here with us at about 350, 360, of course it went as low as 350. Wow, I got the low. I got 355, 351. Yeah, I got it recently. No, sorry, the low was about 349. So I'm like at $3 near the low. Actually, the truth is that was chamba. That was luck. I was buying 350, 360, and then I have bids all the way to 330 and 300, but it didn't go down. So I was just really willing to buy Zoom video all the way down to as low as $300. And then it never went down again. So I sold somewhere here at about 240. So I felt that was an erroneous sell. So I just bought it back at 360, 50% higher. Tesla, I think battery day, of course, is tomorrow, September 22. They'll be discussing a lot of things, lithium and stuff, batteries, lithium metal. I think like what's happening in Tesla is that given this 480 to 498, I think this one, if you haven't sold a single share, I'd say that here at about 440 all the way to 500, it could go for 500, but I will also be okay to sell some here at about 440, 450, and then just hold a little so that if it goes 400 or 330, you are able to understand the intricate volatility. There's going to be, in my view, volatility for Tesla and Zoom. Now, Facebook is here at about $250. I think some people would argue that it can go to $240, but my understanding is here from about 233, it gapped up to about 250 after great earnings. Of course, those Shopify, those Instagram checkouts, those strong Facebook Pay, and then the VR glasses of Facebook. So I think like the positives outweigh the negatives, and I would assume that any drops of Facebook is something that I am more of confident to buy rather than to sell. Now, of course, Rayban Luxottica, is it listed? No, it's not. I just needed to check because sometimes I was not aware that to be honest, I wasn't aware that that Facebook was working with Rayban. So I thought that Facebook was going to create their own AR VR glass, but that's fine with me if they partnered with somebody else. So in the AR VR space, I'm going to show you a few things. We mentioned that Vuzi is a company that benefits in that, and Vuzi has already been helping a lot of doctors, government, even the likes of Walmart. So Vuzi has already been released this year. So it's ahead of Apple, ahead of Microsoft, ahead of Google, ahead of all these Facebook. So they're ahead. Intel actually invested 30% into Vuzi. So one of Vuzi's investors was Intel. Now, Vuzi uses Snapdragon, Qualcomm. So here at about 260, that's where we entered, and then another buy 330, 350. To be honest, I sold some at about 4. And then right now, it looks like it's going to break above 5. Where will Vuzi go? I think that this one is poised to go all-time highs. If it breaks above 5, right now I'm not buying Vuzi. I'm just holding my position. I am a person who holds my positions, but I think that it can go here at about the first resistance is 550 and then 650. So as you know, for people who are buying at 5 to 550 is just 10%. But if you bought it at 250, that 50 cents move is 20%. So that's the power of holding your winners. I just want to suggest that you make more money holding winners rather than trading. So the question is, do you know how to hold winners? Tonight is the second day of Unity IPO. Unity just got listed last Friday. So it got listed, I think, from about 77. It went down to 68. So this one is a company that is highly anticipated, similar to Snowflake. I don't know if Unity will fall to about 60 or 50. So I think that the IPO price was $52. So 68 is still 30% higher than IPO price of 52. Nonetheless, I would view this positively. Any dips on Unity will be a buy for me. Now, let's take a look at the portfolio right now. Some watch lists that I check out. True enough, Scientific Games went from about 20 to 33. That was a spectacular move this week. Last week, Tesla is now 450. So, some people are going to take profit and holding on. I am seeing a lot of Ocado had a great number last. Actually, it was not earnings related. Ocado and Marks and Spencer made a partnership, and of course, Ocado is a joint venture partner of Marks and Spencer. They're handling M&S food delivery in UK. So it is at all time highs. Then of course, so far there's a lot of companies that went up last week, and I do believe that today, this week, it's still gonna be strong. So you've got a lot of SPACs. In fact, my watch list is turning into a SPAC land because so many SPACs to discuss. SPACs that I like was of course SBE, FEAC, that would be Skills and ChargePoint, and then of course Chamath is also coming out with so many SPACs. His SPAC is Open Door, and then he also has this SPAC called Desktop Metal, TRNE, and then that's Trine Acquisition. And then there's so many IPOs. There are so many IPOs and SPACs that I haven't really studied per se. So this is Chamat SPAC. Chamat SPAC went from about 11. Usually all these SPACs start at about $10. So typically what happens here is that there's a huge pump and then there's a dump. So from about $10, $11, it went to as high as 18 and then now being dumped. That was the CNBC interview. Usually those are signs of peak interest, and therefore it's a sell area. If IPOB goes down lower to about 11 or $12, that's when I'll pick it up. If it doesn't go down, then I'm fine. I don't really care. There's from a news perspective, I also know that Mulan bombed. So I don't think that Disney is doing well, even in so the companies, there are some companies that are doing so well in a pandemic, and there are also companies that don't do well. You could see that there was a resistance here for Disney here at about $134, and then another resistance at 140. I'd say that Disney here at about 134, 135 is a short-term peak. Even if I'm wrong, it can probably go to 140, but $5, it's not that compelling for me to hold. I have some positions at about 125. I want to sell some at about 131, 132, 134. I think that Beyond Meat is also being rated sell by some analysts, saying that it is expensive. I would disagree with them that this is an expensive company, because I think that Beyond Meat is expensive for a reason. Nonetheless, if I don't have cash, with all these downgrades and analysts saying that 158, 160 is expensive, $160 Beyond Meat is $10 billion valuation. So I'd say that, okay, I know that at 160 and $150, there will be some people profit taking. It might not go $200 immediately, but I don't think as well that Beyond Meat you could catch it below $120. Or should it go below 135, I'd say that there will be a lot of supporters at these levels. So higher low for Beyond Meat in my view. Of course, Beyond Meat is launching in China, and then of course, Impossible Foods is a rival. There are a lot of competition in the plant meat space. One competition, of course, is Tattooed Chef, which is currently at about 28. So here, if you ask me, after a 100% run, 28 can go $50. It can also go to $25 again. So I'd say that at 28, it really depends on your cost, but it's okay to take profit a little, and then let's see where it goes. You could notice that on the electric vehicle side, some people also were taking profits on BYD. BYD opened as high as 116 a while ago, 113 to 116, and then this is the ODR. So ODR means 1 day reversal. That means that there are a lot of sellers in BYD today. So I think that BYD could drop potentially back to about $90. So this is a sell area after. Sorry, not a buy. It's a sell. So this one is a sell area for me. BYD looks to be a sell area here. And then but take note, this is a 100% move. Here was a breakout area at 58. This was the $48. 48.58 went to 88, then dropped to about 68, rallied. And then there was a consolidation, a typical flag movement, and then breakout all the way, even breaking out of that all-time high zone of 88, even hitting 109, 110. So I think like for those people who got in about 68 or even at 88, you have to sell somewhere here at about 105, 106 today, with the thinking that it could fall back to about $90. So there are some buys, there are some sells. You have to be aware. Now, Geely Auto hasn't really risen. You could see that it's still here at about $16. That's why we still are stuck in holding it. Nonetheless, I think that someday it will go up. Um, in the vehicle space, there are a lot of winners. There are also companies that people aren't aware if it will be a winner. So, like for Xiaopeng Motor, Neo, and Li Auto, these are Chinese companies that hasn't shown, there's no signs of electric vehicles, unlike this. I mean, there are some vehicles, but from a production perspective, Xiaopeng is still trying to prove itself. So I'd say that Xiaopeng needs about 3 to 6 months. It needs to prove itself that it has a lot of vehicles, and it has to prove that it has those vehicles that would sell. So if you're asking me, I think Xiaopeng Motors from about 24, it will fall to 18. Rally to about 22. I think Xiaopeng Motor is gonna sleep from about 18, 19. It could rally to about 21, 22, but it might sleep first in the next 3 months until the next vehicle is shown in the market, or until more production numbers are being shown. In instead of watching those names, let's take a look at a lot of other names. IPOs. So Shopify, $900. I'm a buyer there. Any price of Shopify below 900 is a buy for me. Um, Let me think. There's Limelight. Okay, Limelight, I'm happy that it has been rising. Limelight is a CDN, Content Delivery Network, also does edge computing. If you're aware of Fastly and Cloudflare, Limelight is also in the same group. It was up 9%. I hope that it goes to $7. So Limelight, I'm a buyer. Yeah, we were bullish on Limelight Networks. Um, I'm seeing that the market right now, if you ask me Nasdaq, I think that it's gonna hit support today, and I think that it's gonna rally from the next week or so. You could see that Nasdaq, here at about 12.4, at about September time, we were saying that cautious, take profit. True enough, it fell. And so far, it looks like Nasdaq, even if it goes down, I think the downside is just here at about 10.5. So if it goes down, your downside is about 10.5 or even 10,000, but your upside is back to about 11.5 or 12K. So if you notice, this is your Nasdaq. There are some selling pressures, but also there's a lot of buying pressures here at 10.4, 10.5. Now, if you look at the specific companies involved, I took a look at all the charts: Amazon, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix. They look to have at most 10% downside, and then they will go resume their secular uptrend. So here, Microsoft at 200. I think that downside wise, it's just here at 185, but long term secular uptrend for Microsoft. So I'm more of a bull at this level, at 200 to 185 Microsoft. That is a buy for me. And then same thing, if you have been wondering, Facebook 250 all the way to 240 is a buy, even at 235. Now, Facebook, Shopify, Nvidia, all of these fangmans, they're all, in my view, in a support area. And of course, Nvidia and 9984, that ARM holding stake is just gonna make Nvidia more powerful. So after rallying, we noticed this melt up move of Nvidia here at about 470 to 480. I see this more as a support. And even if I'm wrong, it can go down to 440. I'd see more buyers here rather than sellers. Long-term uptrends intact. So there's a lot of companies that I see more buying. Actually, during the weekend, I was more on the buying side, and then I'm actually just thinking what companies I can unload that are not as weak, that are not as strong as I think, that I could position into some of these IPOs. IPOs such as like Unity, or IPOs like Unity, or well, Snowflake. I find it quite expensive. It's still 100% above IPO. It's trading at about $240. So I didn't buy Snowflake. I'll just wait. If it doesn't go down below 180 or 160, I probably would not buy it anymore. Thank you for those who are listening. What do you think of a good price for Mercado Libre? It seems to have dropped from all-time highs. Mercado Libre is the Amazon of Latin America. And to be fair, Mercado Libre also has like something like similar to PayPal. I forgot to mention, PayPal now is trading at below $180, which is also to me a buy. A lot of companies are actually in the buying zone, if you ask me. Like I have like so many companies that I want to buy. The question is, my cash is limited, so I'm like thinking, what else could I, what should I prioritize in buying? Actually, like PayPal here at about 169 to 180. These are buys for me. I don't think that it will go to 140, honestly speaking. This gap up during the earnings time and this continuous gap up, these are all validated by super strong numbers of PayPal, like 100% growth, because all of these shopping has been helpful to e-commerce and payments in return. And PayPal is still doing well on that front and continues with a secular trend. With Mercado Libre, I am more familiar with C Limited. That's the only reason why between Mercado Libre and C Limited, I am more of a buyer on SE, which I bought when it fell down during September. But I think like Mercado Libre, indeed here at about $900, $940. This one looks to be supported. Also similar, Mercado Libre versus Shopify. If you're gonna ask me, I think like Shopify is a better I don't know. It really depends on people. But I think like I'd prefer getting Shopify. I'm more familiar with Shopify rather than Mercado Libre. But Mercado Libre is three fronts. So they make money on online digital e-commerce and also on payments. Mercado Pago. So I don't see a problem. It's just that I'm more familiar with companies that which I studied. I studied C Limited and Shopify more. Any thoughts on Fastly? Fastly, I think, is supported. So I believe that Fastly has grown tremendously because of the rise of so many. Of course, with 100% growth on Shopify, you need all these Shopify app stores to run well, and Fastly runs all of these Shopifys. So I think like Fastly here at about $75 has been supported, and it has been supported here at about 75. You can see that this one, two, three, four, five. So it's always been supported here at 75. But I think like in the short term, it just will trade from 75 to 95. And then of course, if you really really like Shopify, you might have to consider getting Fastly as well. So it is really handling all the term Fastly. The reason why it's fast is because they enable all these loading times to be fast to deliver all those companies that you like to deliver a great shopping experience. So the more merchants Shopify has, the more Fastly needs to deliver on the cloud front. Limelight Networks, for instance, handles streaming, so also the same. But I think like from about $5 here at about 660 to about 7, there might be some resistance pressure here at about 7. But same sector yan. Between Fastly and Limelight, the market has judged that Fastly is the better horse. So actually, it might be something that I'll consider. I might sell some Limelight here at about 660 to 7 so that I will just shift it to Fastly if I can get Fastly at about $75, $77 below. What is your stand on Spotify now? I bought Spotify at about 225 last week, and I still believe that Spotify will become a $1,000 name. Spotify actually had news that they partner with League of Legends for esports podcast. So I think like Spotify should do very well in the long run. And so any drops of Spotify right now, I have been a buyer. Actually, from 245 all the way to about 225, I've been buying. So here at about 245, so there used to be support here at about 243, 245. I bought there and then it fell down. I still bought more. It fell to 220, I bought more. You could see that these breakouts and gap ups, these all were catalyzed with a lot of podcasts. I remember this was the Joe Rogan experience. And then this was the Kim Kardashian West experience plus Avengers Infinity. So I think like in the next few months, this will consolidate. But come November or come December, this one will find for the next 3 months, maybe it can consolidate from about 240 all the way to about 270 to 80. I would see selling pressure at about 270 to 80, but I don't think that it is a sell. I think like all these good. These are great buying opportunities. So Spotify, I have it. I have it as one of my largest positions in my portfolio. Spotify, C Limited, Roku. I have a lot of positions because I tend to really love companies and hold on to them. So whenever they're winners, I don't sell them. So yon. What's your stand on e-commerce? I'm also bullish on a lot of e-commerce names. I'm bullish with Pintuotuo and JD. So like recent dips, I know more in these names. That's why instead of like buying Mercado Libre, I'm more buying on Chinese names. So Pintuotuo here about $80. Even if it goes about 70, I'll buy more. And then of course same thing for JD. So JD at about 77 all the way to about 69. I think these are buying areas. So I've been quite bullish. I've been on a shopping spree actually. Super dami, super dami. I've bought a lot. So there. I've been evaluating kasi like I'm doing some margin already on some positions. I'm thinking if I should add more because there's like so many companies that I like. I want to buy some Palantir. I want to buy some Unity, which are IPOs. So yun. Then of course there's like those lemonades, which I featured free Friday class last week, which I also have. Yun. Thank you very much. Thank you for following and listening to Awesome 10X. See you again tomorrow and every single day. Bye-bye. Please subscribe to the channel and click the bell for notifications. Press the like button so that more and more people can see our channel. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Okay na.
For more content, stay tuned.